What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And I want to give a quick shout out to everybody that's still hanging around and supporting the content, supporting the channel. Everybody that has subscribed, thank you guys very, very much. And if you're new to the channel, stick around. If you like the video and want to show your support, hit like and hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification button. With that being said, let's jump off into the topic for today. And I want to talk about Halloween. We're approaching the month of October and another pagan holiday called Halloween or Samhain. So with this particular holiday or this pagan holiday, a lot of horror movies come on, you know what I'm saying? And one of the most anticipated horror movies that is associated with Halloween is the movie Halloween, or Michael Myers, as that movie is specifically and personified by. That movie I want to talk about, but I also want to talk about this imagery that's not just in that movie, but it's in popular culture, period. Whether it's music, whether it's media, whether it's movies, whether it's just Halloween, whether it's even Christmas. There's a specific demon or deity called the Bodach that's associated with this pagan holiday, and a lot of imagery that even goes into Christmas. So we're going to jump off into that and touch into that. And without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and jump off into it. I want to educate people and kind of show people what a lot of this imagery means, from Santa Claus coming down the chimney, what that has to do with Krampus, this deity or this evil spirit named Krampus, how that ties into this, what I'm talking about, Bodach. Even you got a single from a very popular artist, Cardi B, who names her album Bodach Yellow, and we'll get into that. And I want to get into Old Man Winter and how all this ties together, and even the movie It. You know, you got this killer clown, right? And how the clown imagery kind of connects with how all this connects together. So jumping right into it, we're going to look at the word Bodach. And that word itself is a Gaelic, old English and Irish word. The Bodach is a trickster, which is a clown. It's something that's called a trickster, a jester is a clown, or a bogeyman. From the word boogeyman, or boogeyman comes from the word bogeyman, figure in Gaelic folklore and mythology. The Bodach is also referred to as an old man. The female version of that is called a hag, or an old woman. So let's kind of jump right into this right quick. So it says a Bodach, Scottish Gaelic pronunciation, is a trickster or bogeyman, figure in Gaelic folklore and mythology. Let's jump off into bogeyman right quick. The bogeyman, spelled boogeyman or bogeyman or whatever, is a type of mythological creature used by adults to frighten children into good behavior. Alright, so let's go back to Bodach and kind of finish the rest of the definition. So we know that it's a type of bogeyman or boogeyman, right? It's some type of evil creature, mythological creature that's used to frighten children, right? Kind of what people do around Halloween. So let's jump down here into Gaelic folklore. It says, in modern Gaelic folklore, the Bodach, or old man, becomes a type of bugbear, or to the point of being identified with the devil. So let's quickly look at the bugbear. But notice this Bodach is associated with the devil. It's called the boogeyman. So let's look at what a bugbear is. A bugbear is a legendary creature or type of hobgoblin, comparable to the boogeyman or bogeyman, which is what the Bodach is, right? It's both of these things. It's several things. So, and other creatures of folklore, right? So let's go down here a little bit. It says the bugbear appears in a number of fantasy and literature and media. It also says, in medieval England, the bugbear was depicted as a creepy bear that lurked in the woods to scare children. So again, it's associated with frightening and scaring children. It says down here that it appears, it lurks in the woods, and it appears as a type of creepy bear, some type of were animal or hairy animal, right? And so I want y'all to keep that in mind. So this thing is like a were animal type of hairy creature that lurks in the woods. It's a goblin. A hobgoblin. Is also a trickster, a clown. It's associated with the clown, and I really want to touch on that too. So when you look at all these different things it's associated with, as well as it being associated with the devil, which is Satan. So let's go back and kind of go down a little bit. It says in Scottish folklore, the Bodach comes down the chimney to kidnap naughty children, used as a cautionary tale or boogeyman figure to frighten children is a good behavior. All right, so we got a pretty general consensus of what the Bodach is, right? It's associated with the devil. But I also want to touch on, just right quick, before I jump into anything else, I want to touch on something else. Um, what else the bogeyman or the Bodach is referenced to. And right here it says, in the early modern 16th to 17th century tale, I can't pronounce this, Ektra or Bodach, I don't know, but it says the Bodach is identified with Monanon MacLear. This identification inspired later Gregory's tale Monanon at Play. And so in this play, or in this tale, Monanon makes an appearance and disguised as a clown. Again, a jester, a trickster, which is the Bodach. So let's kind of look at what Monanon is. Monanon or Menanon or Manon, also known as Monanon MacLear, son of the sea, is a warrior or king of the otherworld in Irish mythology. Going down a little bit, it says he is seen as the ruler and guardian of the otherworld. Samhain or Samhain, Halloween, is really associated with the otherworld. It's believed that the veil between the living and the dead is very thin. And it's also believed that this is the period where the dead crosses over. A lot of people in Irish mythology, people would dress up in costumes and masks so they would not be possessed by the dead or their dead ancestors. And sometimes they would dress up in these costumes and masks to identify with their dead ancestors, but a lot of it had to do with avoiding possession. So this is an hour or a moment where the realm between the living and the spiritual is very thin, and entities and spirits and demons are able to cross over and possess human beings. And so they're offered food and different things, sacrifices. You had Crom Croach, which was around this time a deity in Gaelic mythology, and also Irish mythology, where children were sacrificed, their heads were bashed, right, to this deity. So there's human sacrifices associated with this special festivity, right? So jumping back to the Bodach, I don't want to get too far off ahead. Again, not trying to get too far jumping ahead. Let's take it back to the imagery in popular culture and media. We have movies like Halloween, where in that movie there's little Michael Myers, right? And we know the story. He kills his sister. He goes on to kill other female teenagers and teenagers in general that are having sex at a young age. Laurie, she's a babysitter, just like Michael Myers' sister was a babysitter, babysitting him, but was in the midst of being naughty, kind of back to the whole Bodach situation of kidnapping naughty children or whatever, and frightening naughty children. So his sister was being promiscuous and having sex and not doing what she was supposed to do. So Michael Myers kills her, but he's dressed as a clown. He has this clown suit on, this jester suit on, right, which is associated with the Bodach. So the Bodach, which is a hobgoblin, which is a boogeyman, a bogeyman, or whatever, and he's also a clown. He's a trickster. So you have Michael Myers, little Michael, wearing the same clown suit that is associated with the Bodach. Even later in the series, we have this character who's in the lineage of Michael Myers called Jamie Lloyd. She wears the same clown suit and becomes possessed. So we see a reoccurring theme with possession and with the clown suit, which is associated with the Bodach. In the movie Halloween in 1978, I believe it's little Tommy that says the boogeyman is outside. And so Laurie says, there is no boogeyman, there's no boogeyman. So they're associating the clown, the boogeyman, as the Bodach. What is possessed in this young boy is Satan. It's the devil. Remember, the Bodach is also identified as the devil. He's also identified as Monanon, which is the lord of the otherworld, or really the lord of Samhain, or Samhain, or Halloween. So he is Satan, right? This movie makes it clear that Michael Myers is the bogeyman. He also has cute and unnatural, inhuman strength, right? And so he's able to pin people against the walls and so on and so on, and just survive bullet wounds and shots. He's supernatural. So it's letting you know he has this strength, supernatural strength of this bugbear or hobgoblin or whatever. It's not human. This is demonic. So going on, Even a touch on other movies such as, you have Santa Claus coming down the chimney. I was looking at Krampus, which is a form of that. So this is the same imagery and same definition of Satan in modern media and in festive tales that are shown repetitiously over and over and over on our channels, on our television screens, and they go into our homes, right? I look at the movie It, another horror movie used to frighten children, which is what the Bodach does. You have the imagery of It, this clown, which is a Bodach, right? A jester, a trickster. It's this clown, but it turns into this werewolf-like creature later in the movie. I'm talking about the remake. So in the remake, it turns into both of them, actually, both movies, the television series and the actual remake that was released, the studio remake. It turns into a werewolf creature, this hairy creature, right? Again, the Bodach is associated with the clown and also a bugbear, a hairy bear-like creature that lurks in the woods. So you see the same imagery. It's Satan in so many different forms, and it's Satan being worshipped and praised in so many different forms, acknowledged. It's almost ritualistic in these movies and in these films, and even in the music, as I was bringing up Cardi B's single, whether she's aware of that or not. Bodach Yellow is still giving reference and praise to the devil, or the Lord of the other world, the Lord of the dead. Remember, Yah, the God of Israel, is not a God of the dead. He has nothing to do with the dead or the worship of the dead. He's actually against that. He preaches against that. The Most High is against the worship, the praise of the dead. And so, again, from Christmas to Samhain to Yule to Beltane to all of this, there is imagery of the Bodach in American media, in our films, in our children movies, in our horror movies, and it's perpetuated on our television screens over and over. I wanted to point that out and to let people know that whether it's the month of October, the month of December, you have this creature that comes in so many different forms, and it's associated with the adversary. It's associated with Satan. It's associated with the devil. And I want y'all to keep your eyes open, stay aware, stay alert. And I got a lot more coming on this. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Remember, he's also referred to as Old Man, and that goes back to Old Man Winter. So it's so many references to Satan in American culture. It's so much reference to this demonic, evil being, entity of the other world that is in American culture. So I'm gonna touch on that. Again, this is just the tip of the iceberg. So if you like the video and this is your first time to the channel, hit like, subscribe, and notification. And there's a lot more content coming. Thank you guys for stopping by the channel and checking this video out. And until the next video, I will see you guys next time.